It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Not something you expect to see from the opening kickoff, that's for sure, and they will start at the 40. They'll run it here with Bernard. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Play action. Now it's Brady. Getting it out wide here to Bernard. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. This defense for the Packers, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Brady. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
From the 36, Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. Room here to run. And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 24. 48 yards rushing for him now at his first 2 carries in the ballgame. They only needed a couple, but the blocking was good. And, of course, you can't tamp him down when he gets past that line of scrimmage.
No, and guess what? Not only were they physical at the point of attack, they executed so well. That's what you have to do in short yardage situations. Everyone has to be in the right spot, taking on a defender to give him the chance that they did, and he took full advantage of it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rodgers. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Buccaneers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked. That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum. And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit. See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Here's Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly. And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. The Bucs at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD. And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Brady gives this to White. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Opting to run again here with White. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Buying time to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went. Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time. Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away. And maybe some indecision on getting the punt team out there. And they're going to get a delay. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Here's Jake Camarda now. Now a hit and a loose football. I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball. When that punt's coming in, I've never returned punts, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you. It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are about whether you should fair catch it or not, but sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away. Now a carry for Bernard. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They're going to run it with their receiver, Evans. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Brady. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Evans. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 4th down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And Graham's got it. Complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Here's White. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Again, this is White. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. White will score. Touchdown, Buccaneers. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Extra point up and good by Succa. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The catch and run good for 18 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Rodgers now on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Rodgers again now. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Joe Tryon showcasing the pass rush.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And here's Hoffrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Brady. Dancing to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He completes it to Evans. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Brady. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Jones will take this one in for a Packer touchdown. So this has been a pretty strong start to the year for him on the ground, CD. It's just week 3. That's already 5 rushing touchdowns.
And you know he's got big grins on their faces besides the rest of the team. The strength and conditioning program, because he was awfully dedicated to what they put in front of him to get ready for this year. Got himself into terrific shape, and he's dominated here early on.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Brady. That's complete. Bernard. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Now Brady. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers. And this one is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here, because any incompletions on first and second down, now you got to worry a little bit about the clock, because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Miller, the man in motion. On second and 10, Rodgers. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 38-yard line. Rodgers now to throw. It's Miller, complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 23 yards on the play.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Throw left side complete. That's Miller. And it's a Packers touchdown. Scotty Miller, as the first half is winding down. And the Packers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. CD, for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment and you have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better, and I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. From the gun, it's Brady. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. To throw on 2nd and 10. Brady. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The final shot before half for Brady. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaud. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Offense ready to get their next drive underway. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
2021 wasn't quite the 11-touchdown outburst that we saw from Robert Tonyan the year prior. A torn ACL cost him half his season, and the Packers still believe he can be the impact player he was 2 years ago after his rehab. Pretty impactful play on that one, and it will move the chains.
Now a first down carry by Jones. To about the 40-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. That's taken in by the tight end, Josiah DeGuara. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Second and 21, a lot of ground to cover. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 28. 103 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key to left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. He's able to find Miller. Touchdown. Scotty Miller with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And Johnson's extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7. Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. But, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Brady now to throw. Over the middle he finds Godwin complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Brady finding Godwin there for a Buccaneer first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. It's caught outright by Graham. So no gain on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, it's Brady. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
To throw again on second down. Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
On third down, here's Jones. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Rodgers going to go on fourth down. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Brady now on first down. Flushed out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, Charles, you got a quarterback out of the pocket, try to make a play, and you get it, but instead he ends up throwing it to the other team.
And partners, we know to be successful in this league, number one, you're going to have to be able to make plays on the perimeter or when the pocket breaks down. But number two, you've got to make smart decisions with the football. And that time, that simply was not a smart decision.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on first down.
On second down, they'll run with White. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs on third down. They've converted 3 times and 8 chances. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Brady going to throw. Steps away to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Succop's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Succop now set to kick it off following the made field goal. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
132 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. On first down, here's Breida. Oh, he's got some breathing room. They nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football, so now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
On second down, a run with Breida. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. Throwing now is Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Breida, they'll go up the middle. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 13 yards, first down, Packers. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. The tight end in motion right. On play action, it's Rodgers. He'll go right back to Tunyon. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Rodgers going to throw. Open man left side. It's the tight end DeGuara. That'll bring up 4th down after back-to-back 3-yard pickups.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. They'll go with Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with career touchdown number 60. And the Packers are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Out for the PAT, here's Johnson. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Packers 28, Buccaneers 10.
Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll set up to throw. He's going to drop this one down to Bernard. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady to Evans on the slant. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Getting it out wide here to Bernard. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Throwing now is Brady. On the screen, Bernard. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. An inside give to Jones. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Shaquille Barrett there pushing upfield to make the stop. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
2nd down, another shot for Jones. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Again, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
So for the Packers, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs.
God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4s hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. The hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. G. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You you end up dead. The West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got all in your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4s hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down, she real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby, no witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton, but with that gang, them make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look. See, I was the high school slick Rick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 gripping. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older couldn't tell me different. I need a round-away girl to live in. Showtime at the Apollo. I'm about the bottom. Take 2 and pour out a little for my who won't live to see tomorrow.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
What you waiting for? Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Tell the chauffeur to open Mercedes door. Put the pedal to metal and made it soar. She was, but I made it sure it was. So we stayed indoors. Let's take it where no one has been before. It feel like I've known you some years before, but I don't know. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a magnum opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. Mama, I'm on the big screen. I took a big swing out of life. I'm doing big things in my life. I deserve 6 rings like I'm Mike. I've got a no sleep. I remember when it was the nosebleeds. Now they captured the fashion from flow seats. I'm a whole king. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a magnum opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. Ooh, it's trouble in paradise. So let's parachute where the air's nice. And let's risk it all on the paradise. But she just wanna make sure her hair's nice. That's fair, right? I just fell in love with a prima donna. The 2023 Madonna. I mean, your honor, I was minding my business until she gave me complete nirvana. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a magnum opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. Nobody really cares. Nobody really cares. Nobody really cares. Nobody really cares.
tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Everybody eating, it's a party when I come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Everybody wanna kill the king, or you shit wanna take the crown. I can see through it like a stomach with a other sign. When I hit the gas, I be going like 100 miles. They be getting tired, running out like 100 house. All up in my business, real nose like a bloodhound. I'ma throw them off like I'm standing on a picture mound. All they do is look at Instagram while they sit around. Hate me in real life, but you liking pictures now. Oh, everybody acting different now. Finally trying to see what I be on. Got a different style, they be at the brand new when they know I've been around. Got a fake smile on your face cause you been inclined. I can say a lot, but I'm not. Gotta keep it down, making sure nobody drown. I'm my brother, keep it now. Mike Jack hit me up and said I gotta beat it down. Turn me up when I'm on your speaker now. Cool, tear it down.